and then you can tell us. I have a couple questions, and then let me turn my phone off. Like what we talked about, and then you can go from there. So I'm so excited for everybody. I know some of you guys are not on, but I'll send you guys a recording. But this is Kayla, and I have her as a Facebook friend. She's really cool. I'm so excited for her to tell you guys her story, where she's from, all that good stuff. So if you can start with your story, how long you've been in the business?
Yes. Hello, everybody. I know it's late, so thanks for hopping on. So a little bit about me and like how I got started is it will be my 2-year anniversary in July. So a little ways still, but so I started July of 2017, and you guys, I had a really slow start. So if you're sitting here and you're like, oh my God, I'm so-and-so months in or so-and-so years in and I haven't promoted yet, like, you guys, that is totally okay. I did not promote to Ruby until 8 months in. And then I promoted to Diamond last September, and I just promoted to Double last month. So if you guys have a slow start, it's totally okay. Don't feel bad. But before, or right when I joined at work, so I was working 2 jobs. So I was working 9 to 5. I live in Chicago. So I was working a 9 to 5 job in downtown Chicago, and then nights and weekends I was working at a tanning salon. And then I had finally got hired on in my full-time job in corporate America, and so I got to quit my tanning salon job. And so I didn't really need it work. Like, I was still broke and unhappy, and I hated my life because I literally would wake up before the sun was up and I would get home after the sun was down. I did not see daylight. I was just working my life away, and on the weekends I would just go out and party. Like, that's what I thought life was, slave away during the week and hate your life and live for Friday. That's how I lived my life. And so I had just moved out into the city, into a brand new apartment. I just, I was working my corporate job. And then I got laid off. And I was like, I need this business to work for me. So I just ran with it. And I still, even as I ran with it, I still had a slow start, you guys. I was still messaging people. I was working this business every day. I was posting, I was messaging. So I completely get, if you are stuck in a rut or if you feel frustrated, because I did. And I do like to tell people, like, this business is always going to be 3 months behind your work ethic. So the seeds that you're planting now and the work that you're doing now, it's not necessarily going to pay off today. It might pay off next month or the month after that, but take advantage of this momentum, you guys. Like, we are never, ever going to have the shortage of products and like the hot sizzle products we have now, and just the demand for our new products. Like, we're never going to go through this again. So use this to your advantage. Use everything on back order to your advantage, and like, reach out to your customers and be like, oh my God, our products are so freaking hot right now that everyone wants them and they're on back order. And use that, to fuel your fire and get customers. Don't like see that and back away. But anyways, on the subject of, I got off on a tangent because my team is like, oh my God, everything's on back order. And I'm like, freaking relax. It's going to be okay. Use this to your advantage. But, so I went Ruby. I went Diamond last September. And I thought, I was going to go Diamond, and it was just going to be this like euphoric moment, and I was never going to lose rank, and that was going to be that. So I went Diamond, and the last month or the next month, I just kind of, got comfortable and just was chilling. And then after that month, I lost rank, and I lost rank bad. I went back down to Ruby. And so I got just like extremely discouraged and just sad about my business. And, I was like, why me? Why did I lose rank? All these things were going in my mind. And then I went to conference. You guys, conference, if you don't get your asses to conference, get there. Because, you hear it and you go, okay, cool. How could an event really change my life? But being in that environment with those other women and men that literally are striving for the same success that you're striving for is unmatched. It is unmatched. So I went to conference, and I just finally said, I need to get the F over myself. Like, I just need to kick ass. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I'm worth this. And I have to stop blaming my team and my upline, and just know that it's all on me and I can do it. And so I went to conference being paid out as a Ruby. And last month I promoted to double diamond. So I got the $15,000 bonus, and prelims just posted. And it was the highest check I've ever seen in my life, even with my like 9 to 5. You know, I was making $1,200 every 2 weeks. So what is that, like three grand a month or something like that I was making with my 9 to 5. My check this month was over $4,000. And so it's just, it's insane. And you see that, and you see that money. And when you see it for others, you're like, yay, cool, good for them. But when you see it for yourself, like, oh my God, you look at that money and you go, I really hope that's going to actually be in my bank account. Like, because, oh my God, I looked at that and I was just, yeah, it's insane. And so don't give up on yourself, like keep going. And then, you know, also too, on my story, I was so scared to share my story because I thought I was a failure. And I thought because I was so slow in this business and because I lost rank and all this stuff, I thought that I was this big failure. So don't be afraid to share your story, because yeah, people love people that are successful, but people relate to your failures. You know, they look at someone that has the perfect Instagram with all the perfect photos and all the great lighting and yeah, that's fucking cool, but they relate to your failures. They relate to your struggle. So share your story, you guys, because someone's going to look at your story and go, oh my God, that's me. And that's also too how you're going to get people who run with you in this business on your team, because people are going to be just like you because they relate to all your struggles. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, I guess.
That was really, really good. Oh my gosh, I loved everything that you just said. Okay, so I'm going to start with the questions. Oh, put myself a little lower. Hold on. So if you guys can think of any questions, you guys can put them in the chat. That way I can ask her. But the next question was going to be, how do you think this business has changed your life, like besides financially?
Definitely spiritually and physically. I gained like 30 pounds in college, and I went through a really, really hard time in college, mentally, emotionally, physically. It was a really, really dark time. And so getting out of that was hard. I also have scoliosis and 2 herniated discs. So I'm prepping for spinal fusion surgery in a couple months. And so working out isn't an option for me. And so these products, I've literally lost 30 pounds on these products, and they're incredible. If you guys don't have your own before and afters, y'all, oh my God, use these products and get your own before and afters. Because I will send my before and afters to all of my potentials. And I've literally gotten responses back from them being like, wow, thank you for sending your, you know, before and afters and not some random person's. And I'm like, yeah, dude, these products work and I use them every day. Like, use them. So not only has it changed me physically, but freaking spiritually. Oh my God. The person that I was even just last year is 180 to the person I am today. And I tell people all the time, I truly think that a business like this is self-development with a compensation plan. You know, the things that we learn and the people that we have to become in order to be leaders in this business is someone that you've never seen before. And you have to be willing to give up your old self in order to become your new self. And that was really hard for me because I was so comfortable with who I used to be that I had a really hard time giving her up. But I realized that I couldn't succeed and I couldn't become a leader in this business if I wasn't willing to grow and if I wasn't willing to change. And change and growth doesn't always have to be a bad thing, you guys. You know, you changing and growing doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you have growth and you need to have a different perspective in order to get to a different level in this business. And I will always tell people, like, new levels bring new devils. You're going to get somewhere in this business and you're going to notice that you have to grow to overcome a different level of, or a different stress level. You know, you have to grow as a person to get to diamond. Then you have to grow even more to get to double. Then you have to grow even more to get to triple. And so, you know, you have to go through a growth process that can be challenging, but it's so beautiful at the same time. And just to realize who you can become as a person because of this business is amazing. And so also too, for me, I would love to hear, like, what ranks you guys are and what rank you guys are going for this month. If you guys want to drop those in the comments, because I would love to like relate to you guys and let you know specifically about my journey to whatever rank that you guys want to achieve. So let me know about that too. But yeah, man. Oh my God.
That's such a good idea. That is so bomb right there, because I know a lot of these girls are like going for some crazy freaking promotions right now. So
yes, and you guys are so worthy. And that's like I know we're going to talk, I think one of the questions was about promotions, but real quickly, like I want to let you guys know that literally the only thing you have to do to promote, you can pray over your business, you can work your business, you can message all the freaking people in the world. But if you do not decide that you're going to promote, you will not promote. If you go, oh, if it kind of happens this month, like I'll be cool with it, you're not going to promote. You have to say over hell or high water, I'm freaking promoting. Like Cheyenne Knox says this perfectly. She goes, promote or die. Like, and that's how that was my mindset last month, where I was like, if I do not promote, I would rather die. Like if I do not see my name in shining lights say Double freaking Diamond, like that's it. So, and it's a little dramatic, I get it, but that's what fueled me to get to that promotion. It was just a decision that I was going to make it happen no matter what. And so going for Ruby this month, DT to Emerald, you guys can do it. You guys can do it. You just have to decide. And it's not a team thing. It's not your upline's decision. It's not your sideline's decision. It is your decision, because you got to look at your promotion and you got to say, okay, this is all me. And that's sometimes like the really challenging part. But that's what makes it so powerful, is when you do promote, you go, I did that. You know, and so you got to look at your chart, whether it be a ruby chart, an emerald chart, a diamond chart, a freaking double diamond chart, whatever it may be. You got to look at that and you got to say, okay, this is how much volume I need this month. I got to make that shit happen. And then you just got to go make it happen. And so it's that decision to make it happen. And once you cross over from, I kind of want it, to I'm freaking going for it, no one's going to be able to stop you. That's it. You've already promoted. So you just got to decide. I don't even know what the original question was. I'm like the worst at this.
That was so good, because I'm like, dude, you are speaking my language right now, because now I can tell you're red. That was one of the questions I didn't even tell you. It's so true, because like you can look at everybody and blame everybody when you don't promote or when it doesn't happen. Yep. Or you can just make it happen. Like, it's not nobody else's decision. It's your decision. So, oh my gosh, that was so fire. Okay, let me go back to your questions. I forgot.
Yes, I also swear, so if you guys have kids around, I truly do apologize. It's just when I get fired up, I can't help but swear.
No, I've had to okay. Back a lot. It's okay, because like I'm always cussing too. It just it slips out. Like that's just the way I
know it slips out, and then I go, oh. I don't want to like offend anybody.
Okay, so that was so fire. Okay, next question. So have you had life happen during this business? So first it'll be like, have you had life happen at all during the business? Have you had life happen once you went diamond and then once you went double?
Yeah, so losing my job was a big one. That was like a oh crap moment. How am I going to pay for my life? And then once I went diamond, two major things happened. So I collapsed. Like I said, I have really bad back issues, and I went diamond in September. And right before that, I think it was, I had collapsed. And so I actually had, I was in the hospital all weekend. I couldn't walk. And then I had to actually move back home. And I was on a walker for about a month. I couldn't like bathe myself. It was rough. I couldn't move. So I was just bedridden for a month, and thank God for this business, because I couldn't do anything. And now I'm actually prepping for spinal fusion surgery. So in the beginning of June, I'm going to be getting that. And that is a 4 to 6 month recovery process. And I like, you know, you join this business and you join for the money and you're like, yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire, or even just for $200. You're like, great, cool. But you don't see like why God truly wants you to join this business. And now I see it, because I'm literally going to be in my bed for 4 to 6 months. I would be screwed if I was still working a 9 to 5. There's no way they would give me that time off. Like, and I used to work at Starbucks, and I actually just quit right before I made the decision to quit at conference, because I was like, I'm done. I'm focusing on my business. That's it. So I made the decision to quit. But I looked at the medical pay, the medical leave of absence pay, and it's only 60% of your check. And I was already working part-time. I was only working 15 hours a week. So they were only going to give me like $60 every 2 weeks. I'm like, how the hell, if that was my only source of income, what? So I was just like flabbergasted by that. But yeah, thank God for this business, because I don't know what I would be doing for the next 4 to 6 months after freaking spinal fusion surgery. So I get to work from my bed, and I'm going to, you know, I'm going to promote that and tell people about that, because, you know, we take for granted so often the healthy bodies that we have. And we don't realize there are so many people out in the world that can't go to work, that can't go to regular jobs, and that they could use this business like no other. So, you know, find people that truly need this. And then the last life event that I went through a really tough breakup right before conference. And that actually, it was a good thing. Like in the moment, it was shitty and awful, but I realize now that that made me a mass enroller, because after that breakup, I put so much energy into my business because I didn't want to deal with all of that. So I put so much energy into my business, and that's what propelled me to promote, like literally double, triple promote from freaking Ruby to Double Diamond. Like, because I was like, this is me. This is it. This is what I want to do. I don't care about the haters. I don't care what my ex says. I don't care what my family says. I'm doing this. And so that actually, it was really crappy in the moment, but it propelled me to greater heights. So maybe I should text him and thank him. Yeah.
Start selling them right now. I love that you said that, because like, you know, so many things happen, you know, in our life. And I always tell my team, like, look, you're going to have life happening no matter what, you know, whether it's you're pregnant, because I know I had one baby when I started, and then I was home all the time. So I had 2 more babies, but like I have been working my business like since I've had all of them. I had C-sections. I was like in my hospital bed, you know, still working my business. You know, I even told them about me when I had a life event where I had to turn myself in for some prior things that I had done before. And I was still working my business because I had my husband doing it. And I took it so serious and was like, dude, I don't know how long I'm going to be in there for, but I need you to do this. This is how you talk to them. This is what you do. If you need to meet up with people with raps, that's how you do it. Because you have to take your business serious. Like I know she said earlier, you know, you have to basically do it or die. And I think when you don't look at it, it does sound crazy and people are like, holy crap. But it's so true, because like it's true. It's either you're growing or you're dying. So if you don't do it, then you're really going to die. And not like dying like as in you're going to die, but I mean like you're going to be depressed. You're going to be like still freaking, you know, struggling for money, still broke, still in the same spot. So it's so true when you said that. And I always tell them, like, look, you either have to do it because life is going to happen anyways, or you can let life happen and then start over, but you're going to start over from square one, you know, and then it's going to be hard to start over because you have put all this stuff in your head already, you know, all this negativity because of the life. So I love that you said that. Okay, so let me see. So next one. Okay, so next one would be how much work do you think you do a day? Like how much work would you say? Because I know there's people that will message, you know, or they will follow, or they will, you know, we have this push chat going on that's freaking amazing. But I mean, like,
I love push chats.
Yes. Oh my God. So I tell them, like, look, you know, for me, like, E-Suite doesn't lie. So if you're doing the work, it's going to show for it. But if you are just, say you're doing the work, but you're not really doing the work, you're doing the work up here where you're overthinking stuff, then eSuite's going to say way different from what you think that you're doing. So I want you to tell them exactly like what it takes, how it's going to be, all of that stuff, especially for the ones promoting, because I know there's some girls that are so close to like ruby, emeralds, diamond. We're going to pop like, I think 3 diamonds this month.
What? That's
Yeah,
insane.
I'm so excited. Yeah, so tell them what it takes and if it gets hard.
So promotion month is a little bit different. I think I put in like 50% extra of the work that I usually put in. And that just comes from the decision. Like I don't care what I have to do to get there. I'm going to get there. And so for me, number one thing, and let me see if I just have, like, since you said diamond, let me see if I have my double chart. But so for me, what I do, and I hope, maybe this could help you guys. First of all, you got to print out your charts. So this is my old double chart from last month. You've got to print out your charts. And you have to know exactly where you're going, because whether you know where you're going or you don't, whatever you're focused on, you're going to hit every time. So if you don't know where you're going, that's exactly where you're going. You're going nowhere. So you have to know exactly what you're doing this month, exactly where that volume is going. Don't get too in your head and overanalyze, but have a game plan and have that vision. So, you wake up during the day and you know exactly what you need to do that day. Because the worst thing, and I tell my team this, is to wake up and not know what the hell to do for your business that day. That's the worst thing, because then you're just going to feel overwhelmed. You're not going to want to do it because you don't even know what the F to do. So, get your chart out right away. And this is how I do it. So over here, I write down, what I ended with last month. So let's say in eSuite, you go back and you look and you ended with, let's say if you're going for diamonds, so diamonds 8,000. Let's say last month you ended with 6,000. So I'm going to write down on the left-hand side 6,000. And then on the right-hand side, I'm going to write 2,000, because I know I need 2,000 GV to go diamond. And that's how I'm going to do it. Then I'm going to do that for every single box on my chart. So I do that for my diamond, my 2 emeralds, my 400 boxes, my ruby legs. I write down every single number, y'all, what they had and what they need. I write it all down. When you see the check marks next to the boxes, that means they are at 400 or over. Once they're at 400 and over, as you can see, my chart is completely highlighted because I hit double. I yellow highlight the boxes that are done. That is how I organize my chart. It is so easy. It is so simple. There's no like multiple charts, erasing all the, like, it's just right there in front of me. And that's how I get organized with my chart. So first thing you need to do during promotion month is get organized with your chart. Know exactly where you're going. That is the first thing. The second thing you need to do, you guys, is you just got to do the work. You can watch all the Zooms, you can plan all the ways you're going to promote, you can think about it all in your head. But if you're not sending out those messages, you're not working. So you have to send out messages. And the easiest way to do that, you guys, is host to post. If you don't know what host to post is, post in the comments, I'll go through it. But if not, just do host to post, you guys. And then for those people who have already hosted a post for you, y'all, what I did last month is I had everyone who has hosted a post for me in the past, I had them host about my giveaway. So they weren't posting like, hey, my friend Kayla is looking for 5 beauty models. No, they were posting about my March giveaway, which was a Michael Kors purse. So they were posting, hey, my friend Kayla is giving away a free Michael Kors purse. Comment below for an entry. Tag a friend for an extra entry. So I was going through all those comments. Not only was I tapping into that friend's network, I was tapping into their friends who commented and their friends that they tagged network. Then I had every single person that commented and every single person that was tagged, I had them host a post for me. I was tripling my network in hours. You guys, this is how you are going to sign loyal customers. This is how I signed 40 loyal customers. And y'all, in the last 2 days, I signed half those customers. I signed 15 customers in the last 2 days of the month doing this, because I switched it up, because all last month I was like, okay, yeah, I'm signing 2 a day here, 3 a day here, but I was like, this isn't enough, yo, this is not enough. And on the 25th, y'all, if anyone can promote, if I can do it, anyone can do it, because listen to this shit. On the 25th of last month, my volume was at 9,800. To hit double, it's 15K. So on the 25th, I was at 9,800. I was like 6K away, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7K away. And I still did it. And that is how I did it, because I looked at my approach and I said, I'm not moving quick enough. I'm not moving fast enough. So I thought, okay, let me go back. And so I had every single host to post do that method. And I literally signed 15 customers in 2 days. Like, it was incredible. And so did my team. And we did the damn thing with that. So do that this month, because who doesn't like a free giveaway? Who doesn't like free stuff? People are going to comment on that. And so that is the way to get people in your inbox. And that's the best way to grow your market too. I was adding so many people from that, because every tagged person or every person that commented, I was adding them as a friend. So I was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I was messaging people and growing my network, and 3 actually, and doing all my host to posts with one thing. So that was incredible for my business. That's something that I did during promotion month. And you guys, you're going to have to sacrifice. I sacrificed a lot last month. I missed a freaking T-Pain concert to promote. Okay. Like, I was pretty bitter. Like, I missed a freaking T-Pain concert to promote. But no, in all seriousness, I'm a night owl, so I'm not a morning person. And know your following too, y'all. Like, my following is not up at 6 in the morning. So there's no reason for me to be up at 6 in the morning, because I tried that the month prior with like waking up at 6 and doing all my messages. It was like crickets. So know your following, because I have a bunch of night owls on my feed. So I would stay up till like 3 a.m., 3:30 working. And then I would sleep in till about 9:30, 10. And that was my schedule. But that's what worked for me. So that's not necessarily what's going to work for you, because you have to know, one, you got to work around your schedule. I don't work. I do this full time. So I had that luxury. And 2, you have to work around your following. You have to know when your followers are on. And if you don't know how to check that, if you go to Facebook, you go to Messenger, and you go to this middle button right here, you know, where it says 10. If you click that, it just says 10, because I had 10 people just add me as friends. If you click that, look, it's 10:30. I have 480 people active, you know? So like my following's up really late, but I know my friend, at around this time, she has like 100 people active. So you got to know your following, and that's how you're going to, you know, get people in your inbox. Also too, this is another thing. And I want to reach the masses with this, because I know people have their opinions on this. You guys, please, for the love of God, don't send complete random ass strangers a message. Please, like, don't like just literally not even add them as a friend, not even look at their profile, not even comment or like on their stuff, and just send them a message that says, hey, want to be a product model? I have this, and this. No, please, for the love of God, don't do that, because that is how network marketing gets a bad name. And if you wouldn't want to receive a message in your inbox that you're sending out, don't send it. Don't send it. You guys, with this host to post method, I was getting real raw conversations with people that wanted to be in my inbox. And I was talking to 50 to 100 people a day. And I was not cold messaging a single person. So, you know, and that's how you're actually going to get the sale. You're not going to get sales by spamming people and being like, be a product model, be a product model. So be real, be genuine, be raw, be excited, be positive. Y'all, those are my main things, because there is so much negativity out in the world right now. So much. So be a positive light and force for people that go to your page. Yeah, talk about the business and be excited. Yeah, talk about the products and be excited. But just send some like motivational shit on your page and be like, dude, it's a good day to have a freaking good day. And people are like, yeah, I relate to that. Like, yes, thank you for being such a positive role model. So just be positive and be excited, you guys. People are going to buy into you and your excitement before they ever buy into the business or the products. You've got to be excited, and you've got to know what you have your hands on. this business is freaking amazing. These products are freaking amazing. And if you don't think so, then you're in the wrong company, because this is the best company out there. It really is. And so you got to believe in that though, because if you're messaging people and you're just like, yeah, I mean, they're kind of cool. Like, I used it. It's okay. Who's going to buy from you? But if you're like, girl, you got to get on this skinny coffee. I literally drink it every day and I am lit with energy. People are going to buy that. They're going to be like, I want that shit. Like, yes, sign me up. Like, and so that was another thing. So the host to post method, be positive, be excited, and don't be afraid to upsell. You guys, don't go into the conversation thinking everyone is broke, because not everybody is broke. So don't go into the conversation and say, okay, well, they commented on my Thermophyte X host to post, so I'm just going to sell them Thermophyte. No. What I did right off the bat, I texted people. I asked them their goals. I asked them why they want to accomplish them. I got to know them a little bit. And then I said, okay, this is what I recommend for you. I recommend the Thermophyte X, the skinny coffee, and the shake. Or I would change it up between, you know, Thermophyte cleanse, skinny coffee, or the greens and the coffee and the Thermophyte. Like, I would always switch it up. But I got every single customer last month to buy 3 products or more. I only signed, out of the 40 customers I signed last month, only 2 of them were 30 BV. 2. I upsold everybody, because not only, yeah, okay, great, it's cool for me, but that's how they're going to see the best results, you guys. People can read if you're just wanting a sale off of them. They can read that. You know, if you're just like bullshitting them and, you know, giving them whatever they think you think that they need. No, get to know their goals, get to know their why. If they want to lose 30 pounds and they're a coffee lover and they don't have any thyroid issues and they don't have any allergies, you know, recommend the Thermophyte, the skinny coffee, and the shake, and tell them how, like, why these products are going to help them. And then they're going to be so much more inclined to purchase from you when you have taken that time to make that connection. And when you've taken that time to really, truly find out their goals and why they want to accomplish them. So just always be finding out your customers' whys. Be excited. Always upsell. Never, you know, just assume people are broke. And then, you know, with working with the promotion month, you've got to stop making excuses, because we all had lives. We all have lives. And we all, you know, I did used to work 2 jobs when I first started this. And I did used to work at Starbucks when I did this. And I had a job, you know. We all have life. It's not a matter of if life happens to us, it's just a matter of when. So you cannot use your life and your current circumstances as your excuses, because you are not defined to your current circumstances. You are not defined to your current circumstances. So you just have to let that fuel your fire and know that you can do anything and you can get out of wherever you are. You just got to stay consistent and do the work. And so, you know, promotion month is a little bit different. I work my ass off during promotion month, and that is what gets me to where I want to go. And so, yeah, I don't really have a set schedule or a set thing. I just get organized with my chart. I know exactly where I'm going every day with my host to post method, and I just get my messages out. And I'm just excited. I go live, I post, I share the shit out of my journey, and people want what I have because of my excitement. And that's it.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was so freaking good. That was so good. Okay, so, dude, like, you just blew, I'm pretty sure it could drop a yes if she freaking blew your mind. Because she did. Dude, that host to post thing is freaking legit.
It's genius.
Yeah, I know, dude. I've never freaking thought of that. Like, oh, have people, I thought of having people, like, you know, do the, like, repost or host to post the giveaway, but not to, like, tag a friend. Because then when you tell them to tag a friend, it's like there's more people involved. So it's crazy. And a lot of us do use Instagram. So for host to post, so that's even more freaking mind blowing, because then you can be like, tag 3 friends on Instagram. Dude, that is freaking legit. Okay, so
yeah,
like, I don't know if I had
Instagram. You could really work host to post on Instagram with the tagging and the sharing and all that. Like, share to your story for an extra post. Anyone that comments on or votes on this poll gets to know, you know, you could do a lot with Instagram. You know, I would recommend looking at a lot of blogger pages, because they do giveaways all the time. And yeah, just do it like that, because tagging a friend, oh my God, it's amazing. And go live and have them share your live video and tag a friend. Dude. That's what I did too. My live video from 2 days ago already has over 7, or I think over like 600 views. because I had people tag a friend, they got an extra entry. If they shared my live video, they got 2 extra entries. If they shared my live video and then tagged a friend in my shared video, they got 4 extra entries.
Dude.
It's hard to keep track of, but the amount of people that I'm talking to daily who want to be in my inbox or want me in their inbox, it's unmatched, you guys. Like, think outside of the box a little bit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Dude,
crazy.
Seriously. That is really mind-blowing. I need to get this recording and rewatch this. Okay, so let me see. I think I asked you everything. Let me see.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I did. So if you can just leave us off with like maybe an aha with the business, and then like your last thing that you can tell us. Like, let's pretend we were on your team. Like, what would be something you would tell us right now if we were all going for a promotion?
I preach to my team all the time. I had to sit them down last month, and I literally was on a Zoom with all my leaders, and I looked at them dead in the face, and I said, if we don't frickin' promote, like, I would rather die than not hit this promotion. And I just sit them down, and I probably scared a couple of them, but whatever. I'm really red when it comes to that stuff, and I don't mess around because I used all my excuses to not work this business, and I know what it feels like to just sit in a rut, and I know what it feels like to not think that you're worthy of this business, and I know what it feels like to have statuses made about you and people not believe in you and people talk shit. Like, I know what that feels like. You got to decide right here, right now, that you are worthy. And if I could leave you with anything, it is that every single one of you on this Zoom is worthy of everything that this business can bring to you. You guys are so worthy, and you guys are so incredibly blessed. And just remember to always stay humble and grateful. And when you live in gratitude, you cannot live in anxiety and depression, because when you are in a gratitude and grateful state every day, you're going to wake up and have a whole new outlook on life. So please just know that you guys are worthy, and you guys are meant for what this business can bring to you.
Dude, seriously. Okay, thank you so much for hopping on, girl.
Thank you.
I'm so blessed to have like finally met you. But all right, guys, I'm gonna have the Zoom posted, and then I'll give you the link in case you want to share with your team as well. But yeah, thank you so much. I will see you guys in the chat. Thanks, Kayla.
Thank you, guys.